Well, I've no doubt that both the Philippines players and the Republic of Korea players have their game face on today. The fans, well, this is the first game of the morning. Normally, the arena is sparsely populated, but they've been queuing up for hours for this one. It's filling up nicely, and they're the draw of the quarterfinals, this first game. Difficult to pick, it really is, and a couple of the other games. There is a favourite in at least two of them. Okay, later on today is difficult to pick, but this one, well, each team has one total superstar. For the Philippines, it is obviously their NBA player, who has only played one game so far. Jordan Clarkson got clearance from the NBA late and arrived for the game against China, which the Philippines lost by 2. They had a shot to win it, but the shot rimmed out. 28 points for Jordan Clarkson. Here he is, listen to the cheer as he's introduced, number 6 there. But he's not the only superstar on display, because the Republic of Korea, they have a superstar of their very own. Look out for number 20, RiCardo Ratliffe. 13 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 fouls drawn, 10 from 10 in their game against Indonesia, and he has helped the Republic of Korea go through. Play 3, 1-3. Philippines, their record, as they beat Kazakhstan fairly comfortably, their record, play 2, 1-1, lost 1. Basketball is so popular in both these countries. In the Philippines, it has reached such a stature that there is an NBA-style draft. And as the Korean players are being introduced, just wait for the cheer when number 20 comes out, RiCardo Ratliffe. The American-born Korean from the University of Missouri. He's well known in the Philippines because he played at one stage for the Magnolia Hotshots, so his opponents will know all about number 20, RiCardo Ratliffe of Korea.
Number 17, John Duval.
Well, listen to the cheer now. Well, muted, let's say. Coach Jae He, he knows that you've got to win this one to stand a chance of getting a medal. The quarterfinals, the losers go through to play for positions 5 and 8, where there are no medals. 3 crucial men today. We have a man from Hong Kong, a man from Kazakhstan, and a man from India as our 3 officials. Philippines, haven't seen the starting 5 yet, but Stan Pringle, perhaps the 31-year-old Filipino-American, went to Pasco Hernando State College and then Penn State. And he knows something about Indonesian basketball as well. He's played for the Indonesia Warriors in season 2012, 2013, there he was. Christian Standinger, 29-year-old Filipino-German, who attended the University of Nebraska for a couple of years, then the University of Hawaii. They're the full lineup for the Philippines. Clarkson starting, Gabe Norwood, man born in America and made his life in the Philippines. And a lot resting on the shoulders today of Coach Jose Yao. A lot of controversy early on about the Philippines. It's worth mentioning that possibly the best players in the Philippines, or let's say some of the best players in the Philippines, not here. They're serving a FIBA ban because of the fracas in their World Cup game against Australia. But these players here really have shown us, the television audience and the fans here in Jakarta, that they mean business. They will be well aware that a lot is expected of them back home. A good friend of mine, Yves Monticello, well-known Filipino journalist, watching this on the live cast, will be watching very closely, hoping that they can make the semi-finals and then they have a chance of making the podium. Of course, if you lose in the semi-finals, you're in the bronze medal game, and only the winners of that third and fourth playoff get a medal. Very pensive look there on the face of Ai Hue. And there is RiCardo Ratliffe, a lot resting on his shoulders. Well, in the game against Indonesia, very, very relaxed RiCardo Ratliffe, poured in the points. I'm trying to think of a word to describe RiCardo Ratliffe, sometimes melancholy even. Very, very relaxed indeed. There's Stan Pringle. Didn't actually get too much court time against China. I'm not sure whether he was impressed by that, but hell of a player. 31-year-old Stan Pringle. And there, 45-year-old Paul Talava, Tongan-born Filipino. Went to Brigham Young University in Hawaii, NCAA Division II University. Seven there is John Arum. Had a good game actually against China. Yeah, RiCardo Ratliffe knows these Filipino players at the back of his hand. Just to repeat something I just said about Paul Talava, great servant to Filipino basketball, lovely character, 45 years of age now, started against China. That surprised everyone, I think. A real ambassador for the Philippines basketball. Well, Young Byum there, number 17 for Korean team. 6'4", 26 years of age, having a good tournament so far, but they must admit themselves, had a fairly comfortable passage through to the quarterfinals, scoring over 100 points in all three games so far. There's RiCardo Ratliffe. I will resist the temptation after I say this at the beginning. We've got two superstars on display. RiCardo Ratliffe, Jordan Clarkson, number 24 Korea, number 6 for the Philippines. This should be a humdinger, a classic, a memorable game. Let's hope so. The quarterfinals of the 2018 Asian Games men's basketball competition. The Philippines in blue, Korea in white. Here we go. RiCardo Ratliffe against Ray Almazan. There's no A there. Philippines who win the opening tap, and starting, surprisingly perhaps, is Bo Belger, number 30 for the Philippines. Coach Jose Yao ringing the changes of his starting five. In and out. first three-pointer. This is from Paul Dallaston. Belgium's been given the responsibility of marking Ratliffe. And the first foul of the game is drawn by Korea's number 3, Yoon-Jin Lee. First foul against Paul Dallaston. It was he who had the three-point shot to win the game against China, number 3 for the Philippines. He hit one about 60 seconds prior to that. But Lee misses the first foul shot. But not the second. Korea, the first team to trouble the scorer. Norwood. Watson, this is his first attempt. And Korea with the rebound. Korea from the corner. It's a 2, not a 3. 5 is Seung-Hoon Kim. Oh, that's 2 3-pointers that the Filipinos have missed. Ratliffe sets a pick. No foot violation. Well picked up by Belgium. And the foul. First foul against Korea. Their first shots. First field goal for Korea. Towing the line. And that foul against number 3, Yoon-Jin Lee. Norwood. Watson tied up in the corner, almost double teamed. Finds Belgium. That's good passing. And he's going to get the drop, but he is. Ray Almazan. First field goal for the Philippines. Ratliffe. Picks the shooter out, and he buries it. 33 is Seung-Hoon Lee. Dallaston, can't find Clarkson. Now he does. Clarkson is fouled. Yoon-Jin Lee. That is his second foul. Clarkson is bound to draw so much attention as we see the Korean second field goal. Clarkson. They switch men on him. Clarkson from distance. Misses by some distance. Korea on the break. Well, Ratliffe couldn't hang on to the pass. I think he thought he was going to rebound a shot then. Didn't expect a pass. Philippines yet to get their offense going. Clarkson asks for a screen from Almazan. Norwood. Clarkson for 3. Still misses. Fast break for Korea, the 3 points. And there's a foul. It's a foul on Clarkson. He just tickled the elbow of the shooter. And that shooter, Lee Yong-Hyao, hits the 3. He's got a 4-point play possibility there. You clearly saw it just touch the forearm. 8-2 Korea. Clarkson consults the coach. Just 1, yes, Jordan. Yeah, I did touch his arm. 4-point play is completed. A slow start for the Philippines. Great offense so far from Korea. Clarkson again, 2 long-distance three-pointers have ringed out. Norwood back to Clarkson, this time attempted to penetrate. Almazan almost lost it. The 3 is good from Paul Dallaston. That's their first three-pointer, taking them to within 4. Dalliston goes behind the screen. Ratliffe. Ratliffe inside! He's fouled. Such a powerful upper body from that man, RiCardo Ratliffe. And he's got an one, the foul, Almazan. There's that three from Dalliston. And at the moment, Korea working in 3s and 4s even. First score for RiCardo Ratliffe. Well, they're piling in the bonus shots. That's 7 points from 2 from the foul line. That's 8 points. This is good defense from Korea. Steal the ball, 4 on 2. Surely they're going to score. Is he going to get 3? No. The rebound. Well, that Clarkson did well not to foul there. Oh, alley-oop. Well, not quite an alley-oop, but RiCardo Ratliffe lays it in off the glass. 14-5, Korea. Clarkson yet to make a mark in offense. Belger on the fade. Rebound Korea. Will we see a timeout this time from the Philippines? They need to change things dramatically. Ratliffe, Belger, Ratliffe for no points. The flying rebound and the foul. No, it's a hell ball. Possession to Korea. There's Ratliffe off the high pass. Timeout the Philippines. They trail 5-14 with 5.5 and a couple of seconds to go. First quarter. Wow, let's listen to Coach Jose Yao. Nothing's happening offensively for the Philippines.
You're gonna see it all night long. Okay? Be patient, be a little bit patient on the zone, okay? We took our 3-point shots. If they're not going in, try to drive and then kick. Just keep running the loop. What's important is the spacing and the ball movement, okay? Spacing and the ball movement. Try to get in and then kick. Try to take shots off the flow, okay? Try to take shots off the flow, okay? Keep the ball moving faster. Okay, what's happening is we're pausing with the ball movement. We cannot pause. We cannot pause with the ball movement. It has to be continuous ball movement. Come on, let's go.
RiCardo Ratliffe is leading scorer for Korea. He's on 5 points. And so far, Jordan Clarkson of the Philippines, no points and 1 foul. Let's see if the timeout has any effect on the Philippines. It is Korea possession after that held ball. No substitutions as yet from the Philippines. End line ball, Korea. Yeah, Dalliston fighting his way to get through that traffic. Ratliffe dishes for the 3. Ratliffe again on the turnaround. Ratliffe somehow got the rebound, or at least it was batted back to him. Oh, great steal from Clarkson. He read that so early. And Ratliffe pulls up, can't score. But who got the tap there? It was Almazan. Great hands, it may even have been the defender's hands. All gifts gratefully accepted by the Philippines. They trail by 7. It was given to Almazan. Listen to this crowd. Another 3 for Korea. 33, Sung-Jin Lee. Korea, double-digit lead. Dalliston is fouled. Great fake from Dalliston. He faked a pass and the defender took it. Well, it was indeed Almazan who got his fingertips to it, but then the 3 from Lee. Lee joins Ratliffe as the leading scorer in the game on 5 points. Dallaston. Clarkson inside. Dallaston fakes again. Into the corner. 4-3. Gabe Norwood. And a quiet tournament so far. But that will encourage him his first 3 of the game. 4 minutes remaining. First quarter. Here's Ratliffe. Ratliffe with Bo Belger in close attention. Ratliffe is taken into the hole and laying it up left-handed, but missing, and the rebound. Standinger is now on the floor. Norwood throws Clarkson inside, misses again. Clarkson can't fire buckets. And the foul is Belger, a little body check. Well, 1 or 2 of the career players asking for unsportsmanlike. It was a tough foul. There's Gabe Norwood. And Norwood nailing the 3. Gabe Norwood, born in North Carolina. No 3 attempt this time from Korea. Going inside, the cutting player. Pringle's on the floor, number 11. Off the glass, no good. The rebound is Clarkson. Clarkson pulls up and makes his first score of the game. I have no doubt it will be the last score from Jordan Clarkson. He has reduced the arrears to 5. 5 points without reply for the Philippines. There's Clarkson's first score of the game. Reverse angle. That'll settle him down somewhat. Let's listen to coach of Korea, Ye-Her.
멜락에 서 있잖아, 서자 있어. 자, 들어가서 디펜스는 셋으로 가는 거야. 1년이 탑이고.
23 on D.
어? 아니, 등지고 있으면 그냥 파울로 끝나 그랬잖아. 3점 맞기 전에 파울로 끊어야지. 괜찮아. 지금 오펜스를 딴 걸 하잖아, 지금. 패턴 셋도 하고 해보라고. 네. 소리내서 해야 되잖아. 어? 무슨 말인지 알지?
We have a packed house here at the basketball hall in the Gelora Bung Karno Sports Complex in Jakarta. Many fans here supporting the Philippines and, of course, Korea. And a lot of local fans here as well. They've heard there's a big game on first thing in the morning. I can see about, let's say 50 empty seats. They will soon be occupied. Korea get us going again after their timeout. It is 17-12 to Korea. 3 minutes remaining, first quarter. Ratliffe defended by Tolova this time. Standing there. Here's Norwood. Clarkson, is he going to pull up for the 3? No. Behind the back flip pass to Norwood. Inside, standing there. He's fouled. So the Philippines, their first trip to the line tonight. Standing there, the German Filipino. Standing up on the foul line. And he spent 2 years at the University of Nebraska, 2 years in Hawaii. His first score of the game reduces the arrears to 4. This is only my third sighting of Standinger, and I would say his strengths are on the offensive glass. Never concedes a rebound. And he takes the Philippines to within 3. So 7 without reply for the Philippines. That was touched. No matter. Jordan Clarkson got a hand on it, but no matter. Young Piao nailed the 3. Pringle. Pringle. However, in the corner, 4, no points. The rebound, Ratliffe. Ratliffe defended by Talaba. It's a veteran matchup if ever I saw one. And Ratliffe got the rebound. He got inside Talaba. The lead back to 8. Norwood finds Pringle. Pringle inside for a miracle shot. Stanley Pringle. His first 2 of the game. The rebound from a bit of a crazy shot. You don't often see the Koreans do that. Here's Standinger inside. Lovely pass in there to Clarkson. Clarkson gets the rubbish. A new 14. Here's Pringle again. My goodness me, the game is being played at a frantic pace. A rebound for Korea. Here they go on the break. And then slow down in the half court. Just into the last minute of the first quarter. No 3 there. The rebound, Talaba. Here's Clarkson. End-to-end stuff here. Into Standinger for 2. Lovely assist there from Clarkson. Standinger, what did I say about him on the offensive glass? Reduces his series again to 4. Differential 14 seconds between game and shot clock. End of the first. Ooh, everyone taking a breath now. Defense to cry from the Filipino fans. Lovely passing. No offensive foul. The 3 goes up and out. Oh, great hustle. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Wonderful hustle from Stan Pringle. Subs for the Filipinos. Norwood goes out. In for the first time today, Chris Tune, number 17. 10 seconds left in quarter 1. Clarkson to inbound to Pringle. Who's going to take the last shot of the quarter? Pringle makes sure the clock doesn't start yet. Now it does. Clarkson for 3. Clarkson for no points. The rebound. Ratliffe. That should be it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's going to be a long shot. There it is. Off the glass, no good. What a fascinating first quarter we've had. The Republic of Korea 22, the Philippines 18 in the first quarter final of the men's basketball competition in the 2018 Asian Games. Highlights here. Well, Ratliffe picked up the rubbish and laid it up. Well, the Philippines 3 from 9 3-pointers. Sorry, Korea 3 from 9. Philippines 2 from 10. That's a shootout. Korea winning the battle of the boards, 14 rebounds to 8. And so far, Clarkson just 2 points. And the superstar on the Korean lineup, RiCardo Ratliffe, 7 points and 5 rebounds.
Passes, pwede na tayo mag-ball screen. Okay, 4-5 passes, pwede na mag-ball screen. Okay, come on.
Well, we thought that was it too early on, but the Korean was towing the line. Lee wasn't towing the line there. He got 3 and a bonus. And a foul, Jordan Clarkson. Gabe Norwood hit a 3 for the Philippines, but so too did Sung-Yin Hee Lee. There's that 3 from Gabe Norwood. And the first score of the game for Jordan Clarkson. Yao hitting a 3 for Korea. An engrossed crowd here. Those guys have been queuing up all night, not quite all night, but from early morning. Standinger came on and hit 4 points for the Philippines. He is the equal leading scorer for the Philippines, equal with Ray Almazan. There's Paul Dalliston, Chris Chew, Stan Pringle, and Jordan Clarkson taking a break. Great hustle from Korea. Poor turnover there for the Philippines. The three in the corner. And the great boxing out from Stan Pringle. Here goes Stan Pringle on the break. The floating two misses. And standing up very nearly stole the ball. Ratliffe dishes. And the tooth on the corner. And the rebound Standinger. Not just the offensive pass from Standinger. Pringle. Chew into Standinger against Ratliffe. It's a tough job indeed against the man mountain that is RiCardo Ratliffe. Billed is 6'6", but I tell you what, he might be 6'6" wide as well. Offensive foul against Korea. It's 33, that's Sun Yun Lee. That's his first foul. Very grateful. Jose Yao. 9 coming in for Korea. Kiao. And Il Sung Hao goes out. Paul Talava takes a well-earned break. Needs a couple of breaks. Mid-40s. Pringle takes it inside and very nearly loses it. Dalliston is waiting for the three. Pringle. Chew. Oh, can't get it inside. Pringle, three on the shot clock. Pringle pulls up and fails to make it. That is Philippines possession. Well, the referees are consulting. The referees are consulting. Are you sure? Say the Koreans. The referee says, you bet I am. Well, the referee's saying, don't argue to the Koreans. Don't get it technical. Everyone, of course, offering their assistance to the three officials. Oh, nice cut. And the foul. Ratliffe's asking for a travel, but no, the foul has been awarded against RiCardo Ratliffe. He's saying he travelled first. There we go. There's no travel there. There is a foul. No, RiCardo. You got the foul. First foul, RiCardo Ratliffe. Sorry, second foul. Well, John Aram can't make the first. Now, will Coach Yae He take RiCardo Ratliffe out on those two fouls? 8:30 to go in the first half on two fouls. Now, will the Philippines put Clarkson back in to go at Ratliffe to try and pick up that third foul? Or anyone for that matter. All the Filipinos should now, when they get the ball, go at RiCardo Ratliffe. Dalliston the rebound. Here go the Filipinos on the break. Dalliston waits for the trailer and somehow Stan Pringle read it. Pringle in the half court. Pringle is fouled. 2 points is waived. Well drawn by Pringle, and yeah, Clarkson back in. Now is his role now to go at RiCardo Ratliffe, or even Standinger perhaps. Is Standinger? Go at him, young man. Go at him, Christian. Also, take no sides, but we do want to see a close game. Dalliston, 4-3. Dalliston makes it a 1-point game. Almost the same spot that he missed against China a few nights ago. Standinger is marking Ratliffe. Here's the matchup. Ratliffe inside. Power move from Ratliffe, a jump stop and power layup. It's back to a 3-point game. Ratliffe moves on to 9 points. Standinger inside. What a move that is. Well, took his life in his hands, almost going inside there. I think the instructions have come off the Filipino bench. Go at Ratliffe. Back to a 1-point game. Standinger's moved on to 6 points. Well, that was very close to a backcourt. 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound is by John Aram. Not this time for Dalliston. Not sure that's what the Philippines needed then. Quick shot. There's Ratliffe on the turnaround. Off the glass, no good. The rebound Standinger. 6.5 to go, first half. Clarkson pulls up and hits the 2. The hands of Ratliffe couldn't stop Clarkson for scoring his 4th point. Timeout, Korea. That's their second timeout. They're trailing by 1 now. The first lead of the game for the Philippines. There's Standinger going inside amongst all that traffic. And there's the 3 from Paul Dalliston. After a slow start, the Philippines have established a 1-point lead. Yeah.
Listen, keep the game fast, okay? Make them run up and down. Ratliffe is tired.
걸어주고 움직이라고. 뭐 게임을 왜 그렇게 해? 배터를 하든지 뭔가를 해야지 움직여줘야지. 볼 주고 외곽에 다 서 있잖아. 디펜스는 또 처음부터 왜 쓸데없는 파울을 하죠? 어? 괜찮아. 자신 차리라고.
Well, somewhat irate. Yeah, you heard that, coach of Korea. Has seen his team give away a 10-point lead. Now they're trailed by 1. Ratliffe, 9 points. Leading scorer for Korea. And Chris Standinger, leading scorer and rebounder for the Philippines. There's Jordan Clarkson. He's 4 points so far. But he's well capable of easily double-figure scoring in a tough game. Easily. And from Cleveland Cavaliers. Right late in the tournament, made his mark in the game against China. Ratliffe against Standinger. What a quality move that is. Such a soft touch. Little baby hook. And Korea back in front. Nothing Standinger could do about that. He's got to be taller than 6'6", Ratliffe. Standinger, dropped the ball, lost it. Took his eye off the ball, perhaps. Dalliston the foul. Well, looking around the arena, just about every Korean fan is asking for an unsportsmanlike. It's given as a personal. Let's have a look, see what happened. Here's Ratliffe inside. Standinger, a mere 6'3", can do nothing about that. Well, no, it was a foul, but it was no unsportsmanlike. Oh, from the corner, Korea back in front by 4. Instant offense from Korea. Dalliston from the corner for 3. Dalliston is making his mark. Paul Dalliston moves on to 9 points. 2 threes from Dalliston. Here he is on defense, and the man he's marking has just hit 1 3, but misses then. Standinger to Clarkson. Is he going to pull up for the jump shot? No, he's not. The 3 is good. Suddenly it's a 3-point shootout, and that is Chris June. 1 for Korea. Yoon-Hil Kim. And the 2. It's back to a tie. 33 is Sung-Ying Lee. That's his 7th point. It's the corner for Chu. Standinger inside against Ratliffe. Standinger gets the drop. No foul for Ratliffe. That's what they wanted, but they got the 2 anyway. Ratliffe is doing a great job in staying on 2 fouls. Still just under 4.5 to go, first half. Defense is the cry from the Filipino fans. And defense it is. 5 on the shot clock. Oh, great there. The shot is blocked on the way up. Nothing illegal about that. He's Standinger off the glass. Christian Standinger completely off balance. What a player Standinger is, riding the contact. Chu all over his man, fouling him. Chris Chu the foul. And that is only the second team foul. A layup there from Sunjing Lee, having to shoot so hard. Here goes Standinger, taking 2 players on hand. Let's call it a kiss off the glass. A hard kiss indeed. There he is. This time he gets the roll. The crowd engrossed here in the basketball hall in Jakarta. What a game we're having. There's Ratliffe on 11 points, leading scorer in the game, but he's on 2 fouls. The shot is blocked. Great block shot there by John Aaron. Pringle back on the floor. Finds Aaron for no points. Oh, he got the tap. I think it was Bob Belger, number 30. He certainly did. Tried to keep the rebound alive, but tipped it up, and it's a 6-point lead now for the Philippines. Their biggest lead of the game. They have trailed by 10. Can't get it into Ratliffe. Now they do, and Belger is marking him. The 3-pointer is up and out, and Ratliffe the rebound, and the conversion. What a cool customer RiCardo Ratliffe is. He's 13 points now. Dalliston inside. Aaron inside for no points. A massive rebound for Lee. The 3-pointer up and in. Another 3-pointer to Kim. Clarkson pulls up. Dalliston slows it down. Stan Pringle for 3. Pringle for 3. It's back to a 4-point lead for the Philippines. Joyous scenes here from the Filipino fans. 2.5 to go. First half, a breathtaking first half. Here's Ratliffe against Belger. Ratliffe, the skyhook again. My goodness me, he's almost unstoppable. It's a 2-point game. Ratliffe moves on to 15. And really Clarkson still to fire. No 3 this time. The rebound Belger. He's fouled by Ratliffe. Ratliffe's 3rd foul on the rebound. There's a Filipino on the floor. Sorry, there's a Korean on the floor. It is Young-Hoon Lee on the floor. But 3 fouls. RiCardo Ratliffe. Will he stay on for the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds of the game? He's just tending to his teammate there, who looks to be in some distress. That is possibly the call of the game. Paul Dalliston there on 9 points. 3-pointers from 5 attempts. And there's RiCardo Ratliffe, hoping that that foul has not been called or not been recorded, but I'm sorry, RiCardo, it has. Yeah, danger of concussion, of course, in all contact sports. Here we go. There's Stan Pringle inside. Well, that was accidental contact, no foul called, but the foul, the crucial foul called after that was against RiCardo Ratliffe. He's still on the floor as we look at Young-Hoon Lee nursing his head, and coach Yae-He still bemused as to what happened. But I can tell you what did happen was the man on 15 points, RiCardo Ratliffe, has just picked up his 3rd foul with 2 minutes 4 seconds to go in the 4th, and he's still on the floor. Bo Belger on the foul line. His team lead by 2. Belger, no problem with the first. That's his 3rd point. Little touch there from Ray Almazan to RiCardo Ratliffe saying, tough luck, Ricardo. Belgium misses the second. It's a 3-point lead for the Philippines. 2 minutes remaining, and still RiCardo Ratliffe is on the floor. Here he is setting a screen. You've got to be careful, Ricardo. He's inside. He misses. The Philippines get the ball. Here's Stan Pringle. Clarkson slows things down, finds the man in the corner. Who is Pringle for three? Pringle for three! It's a 6-point game now. The Philippines in the lead. Smile breaks out on the face-off. Stan Pringle, the assist there from Jordan Clarkson. 90 seconds remaining, first half. Dangerous times. Oh, Pringle fouls. But that's only the third team foul against the Philippines. Pringle, that's his first foul. Is that 3 from Pringle? Pringle moves on to 8 points. The Philippines have been trailed by 10, lead by 6. It goes into Ratliffe. Rebound is Pringle, and he drops in the hands of Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson pulls up, there's a foul on the play. It's an offensive foul. Yeah, it's an offensive foul against Almazan. He's saying he was backing his man in. You're dead right, you were. That's the 4th team foul now against the Philippines. They're both in the penalty. Yeah, you got your arms around him. Come on, Ray, you knew that was a foul. 1 minute remaining. Here's Ratliffe in the post. Belgium can't do anything about that. Ratliffe is fouled. Well, Coach Yao is saying that was clean contact. And RiCardo Ratliffe saying, I don't think so. So RiCardo Ratliffe on the foul line. Now, will they make a provisional substitution? There is just about a minute to go, or in fact 56.5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Belgium saying, I got it cleanly. RiCardo Ratliffe saying, no way. Ratliffe makes the first for his 16th point, but there is no provisional substitution request. I wonder. The Philippines still have a timeout to call. Ratliffe makes them both. Now, will they call a timeout? The Philippines in the last minute of this first half to try and get that 4th foul against Ratliffe. Belgium gets the rebound, and that's knocked out of bounds by Korea. I wonder. Belgium there saying that someone whacked his arm. Don't be greedy, Bo. Norwood to Pringle. Take it inside against Ratliffe, perhaps instruction. Ratliffe, the crossover. No one there. Almazan was waiting and then went for the rebound, so he left his spot and there was no one there. 41.8 seconds remaining. Philippines, first half that is. Philippines lead by 4. Referee wants to clean the ball, or at least exchange the ball. One assumes they are blown up to exactly the same pressure. Of course they are. So here go Korea, having led by 10. They trail now by 4. Differential of about 18 seconds between game and shot clock at the end of the first. Here's Ratliffe in the low post, defended again by Belgium. Ratliffe, is he going to take him on? He's saying, get out of the way, I'll take him. And he lost the ball. Or was he knocked out by Belgium? It certainly was. 6 on the shot clock. Good defense there from Belgium. No foul. He doesn't want to put Ratliffe on the foul line. Oh, that's too easy. That is a sucker punch. A real sucker punch. Great out of bounds. Lee for his 9th point. Now the shot clock being turned off at the end of the first half. And Ratliffe, he's not silly enough to commit the 4th foul. One hopes. Belgium, no points, the rebound again. There's Belgium, but too late to fire a shot up. So at half-time, it is the Philippines leading Korea 44-42 in an absolutely engrossing first half. RiCardo Ratliffe, 17 points to him. And Chris Standinger, 10 points and 6 rebounds for the Philippines coming off the bench. Wow, as the players leave for the locker room, there's Standinger inside. We will draw breath from a breathless first half. It was all Korea early on. Great passing in there. Ratliffe, not quite an alley-oop. Ratliffe picking up the rubbish. But the Philippines fought their way back from a 10-point deficit. At one stage, they established a 6-point lead. But at halftime, it is a 2-point lead. 44-42, the Philippines over Korea. There are the stats. 5 from 6 from the line for Korea, 3 from 6 for the Philippines. 3-pointers, well, 7 from 17 from the Philippines. That's great 3-point shooting. 5 from 16 from Korea. That's pretty good as well. Ratliffe, leading scorer, 17 points. Standinger, leading scorer for the Philippines on 10. Dalliston, good 3-pointers from Paul Dalliston. Remember, it was Dalliston who could have won the game for the Philippines against China. Wonder whether he'll have nightmares about that. I'm sure in his dreams he'll be thinking that went in, but it didn't. Clarkson, just 3 assists and a quiet game so far from Jordan Clarkson for the Philippines. Just no rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 points. Sorry, I'll start that again. I was reading the wrong column. 2 rebounds for Clarkson. I'll start again. 4 rebounds for Clarkson, 3 assists, 4 points for Jordan Clarkson. But the man of the game so far is RiCardo Ratliffe of Korea. He has 15 points, or 17 points rather. 17 points for Ratliffe and 8 rebounds. But 3 fouls for RiCardo Ratliffe. Will that be the key stat of the game? Well, as we watch highlights of an enthralling first half here in Jakarta, I'll leave you with those highlights. Welcome back to the basketball hall here in Jakarta. We have a humdinger on our hands, folks. It's the quarterfinals of the men's basketball in the 2018 Asian Games. And at halftime, the Republic of Korea 42, the Philippines 44. The Koreans established a 10-point lead early in the game. The Filipinos fought back. And despite 17 points from RiCardo Ratliffe, the naturalized Korean-American, number 24, Korea, 17 points for him. But the points from the Philippines have been shared out. Chris Standinger, number 34, 10 points, leading scorer for them. But it is Korea who will get us underway. Remember, this is a quarterfinal. The losers have no chance of standing on the podium. Only the winners go through to the semi-final, and then they stand a chance of standing on the podium if they come in the top 3 in the tournament. There's RiCardo Ratliffe, the one blot on the horizon for him. 3 fouls. Will the Filipinos go at him? I don't think there's any doubt about that. The superstar one of the superstars in the Filipino lineup is Jordan Clarkson, just 4 points so far. But remember, against China, he had a slow first half and came red hot in the second half. There's Clarkson on defense. Ratliffe inside. No points. And the rebound was John Aram. Clarkson is being fouled out there. Looking to draw the foul, and eventually it was called. Foul against Il Young-Hu. Clarkson into Standinger in the post. Standinger moves on to 12 points, establishes a 4-point lead now for the Filipinos. Ratliffe against Aaron. Ratliffe going inside, finding a teammate who fades and misses, and Ratliffe can't chase down the loose ball because Standinger got there first. Dalliston, 3 from 3 for Dalliston. Clarkson going inside, floating it in. Clarkson now moves on to 6 points. And suddenly it's a 6-point lead, 4 without reply for the Philippines at the beginning of the second half. Ratliffe in the post, inevitably backing Aram in and almost losing the ball. The 3 goes up, and Ratliffe chases it down and can't recover it. Of the first half, when it was all Korea in the first couple of minutes. It's all Philippines so far. Timeout Korea. Minute and a half gone, and the Koreans need to talk things over. There's Ratliffe. 17 points for the Korean American. By a strange quirk of fate, we have 2 graduates from the University of Missouri here. RiCardo Ratliffe and Jordan Clarkson. 3 years between them. I'm not sure whether they actually played together. I think you can safely say that her coach to Korea is somewhat missed. Well, Clarkson there coming very close to a double-double, as of course is Ratliffe. Jordan Clarkson, 3 assists and 6 points. There's the German-Filipino, Chris Standinger. And there's the Korean-American, RiCardo Ratliffe. Now, coming out of their timeout, what can Korea do? Slow start, haven't scored in a minute and a half. And here go the Philippines. Stan Pringle, another Filipino-American. Korea sitting in this 3-2 zone that they've been in the whole game, I think. Pringle almost lost it. And floats it in. Stan Pringle moves on to 10 points. It's a well-rehearsed play from Pringle. Ratliffe in the low post. What a great job John Aram is doing, denying him there. Oh, the floating shot, a wonderful one-handed shot. Brilliant play there from Sun Hye Kim. Rode the contact and made sure no one was going to block that shot. Clarkson into Standinger. Standinger taking it to the hole and finding Clarkson for two. Lovely pass there from Standinger, the assist. And now Clarkson moves on to 8 points. Well, he's doubled his first half tally already. The Cleveland Cavalier. Ratliffe inside against Aram. Ratliffe off the glass, 2 points. 19 points for the unstoppable almost. Ratliffe. There's Clarkson inside for the layup. The defense went AWOL. 10 points now to Jordan Clarkson. Remember, he had a slow start against China. He had a slow start here against Korea, and he's exploded in this second half. The lead is 8. That's their biggest lead. It stays at 8, but Ratliffe gets the rebound on his way to a double-double. The three goes up. And Ratliffe gets the rebound. There's the double-double for Ratliffe. And Korea get another rebound and another 14. Oh, great denial defense, and what a hustle from John Aram, throwing his body all over the floor. Yeah, he smiles, he grins, and Ratliffe not impressed. John Aram demolishes the advertising boards. He's okay, he's just had the wind knocked out of him, I think. Here comes Clarkson inside for a sweet finger roll. There's that lovely finger roll from the Korean player, number 5. That was Sun Hye Kim, and Ratliffe inside. 19 points now to Ratliffe. What a hustle from John Aram. Wow. He's okay. He's just had the wind knocked out of him, I think. Yeah, up we get. A couple of press-ups and a big cheer from the crowd. I think you can safely say that RiCardo Ratliffe not impressed. Well, John Aram is going off to the locker room. Perhaps he's holding his hip. Perhaps the injury is a lot harder than I first thought. He was smiling, and Coach Jose Yao has had to make a substitution. There's the hustle. Now, does he bang his head? Oh, yeah, bangs his head on the advertising board. So it is Korea possession with 8 on the shot clock. And Coach Yao has brought Bo Belger back in, who did a good job on Ratliffe in the first half. There he is again. Ratliffe doesn't like the close attention. The pull-up jump shot misses. Now there's a foul on play. I think it's Pringle. Pringle was holding him. You've got to box out or clean it in that stand. Well, 33 for Korea. You can see the stretch marks on his arms. He's been through the wars somewhat. Ratliffe defended by Belger. Nice pass from Ratliffe. Great two there. A simple out-of-bounds play, and Yao for Korea reduces the risk to 6 to go in the third. Clarkson says, "Get out my way, I want to clear out," or perhaps to Standinger. Standinger almost loses it. Then soft touch off the glass, no good. Who got the rebound? Korea did. Great hustle from, well, both sets of players there. If you're prepared to hustle, you're in with a chance. And the rebound drops in the hands of Paul Dallaston. We have a 3-on-2. Clarkson pulls up for no points. Standinger the rebound, chases it down, keeps it alive. Great hustle from Standinger. Oh, great hustle from both sets of players. Here go Korea. The three-pointer is up and in for Korea. 3 points. Il Young Hao reduces series to 3. A crazy passage of play again. We've had many of those. Dallaston in the corner, he's hit three three-pointers already, gives the ball away. Here go Korea on the break. The easy two. 5 for Korea as Sun Yankin. Timeout the Philippines. It's a 1-point game. Wow, what a crazy passage of play there. And the interesting thing is that the Koreans did it with RiCardo Ratliffe not really playing much part in it. There's the layup, which meant it's a 1-point game. Just over halfway through this third quarter, the Korean fans celebrating. They're still trailing by 1. Another amazing fact about this game. All credit to the 3 officials. Only 1 foul being called on each team so far.
On offense, defense, you gotta get the rebound. We can't keep giving up those rebounds. You don't dig out, you box out, and everybody after the ball, and then we run on the drag screen, the bigs. Get on the drag screen right away. Come on, let's go.
Well, the summary of Coach Chow's timeout there is we've got to get the rebounds. And despite a 6-point half here, a 6-point quarter from Jordan Clarkson, he's moved on to 10. The Philippines looks as though they're going to pull away from Korea, but no, the Koreans thought differently. 53-54 with 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Run of 9-2 in favor of Korea. Look at the arms there of Seung-Hyun Lee. Been in the wars somewhat. RiCardo Ratliffe has done well to stay on those 3 fouls. This 3-2 zone again for Korea. Stan Pringle into Dallaston. Jordan Clarkson in the corner for Jordan Clarkson. He likes playing in the second half, doesn't he? 13 points to Jordan Clarkson, the lead back to 4. A well-planned execution there from the timeouts. Ratliffe sets a pick. Rolls, doesn't get it. The foul is Stan Pringle. That's Pringle's second foul. Make that 3 fouls, Stan Pringle. There's that 3 from Jordan Clarkson in the corner. That's his first 3-pointer of the game. Missed his first 3. Nailed his first here in the second half. Pringle doing a good job on defense. Another 3, no. The rebound is Ratliffe, passing it back to a teammate. And the 2 from Seung-Hyun Lee. It's back to a 2-point game. Lee on 11 points. The second leading scorer the third leading scorer for Korea. There's Pringle inside. Finds Standinger, who fades it up and off the glass for Standinger. He does like that bank shot. And the Philippines again by 4. Ratliffe. To Kim. You heard the word switch, switch, switch there. 3 from the corner is no good. Now there's a foul on the play. It's against Standinger, who was boxing his man out too hard. Standinger, 3 fouls. So 2 big players in this game, Standinger and Ratliffe. The first from the Philippines, the second from Korea. In a little bit of foul trouble, but then Ratliffe's been on 3 fouls for what seems like an age now. Here is Ratliffe against Belgium. And the rebound drops conveniently into the hands of Jordan Clarkson. Here's Clarkson, he's fouled. Trying to tell the referee he was shooting 3. No way. The foul, Yunbian Yon. There's the foul. No way were you shooting, Jordan. That's good thinking, but the referee didn't buy it. Pringle dancing his way through, giving the ball to Ratliffe. And Korea slow things down. Ball turnover there from Stan Pringle. Gabe Norwood is in for the Philippines. Number 5 is Belgium defending Ratliffe. A little bit of a clear out here, 1-on-1. Standinger comes across the help. Great help from Standinger. And then he gives the ball away, or loses it rather. The 3-pointer is up and in. And now it's a 1-point game again. Standinger lost the ball on the dribble. And Korea made him pay. 2:40 to go, third quarter. Here's Clarkson into Standinger in that post. Standinger almost lost it again, finds Clarkson in the corner. Clarkson for three, a miracle three from Jordan Clarkson. 16 points now for Jordan Clarkson with a man in his face. The Philippines lead by 4. 16 points to Clarkson and 12 in this third quarter. Here's Ratliffe. Ratliffe inside for his left-handed shot. He says it was fouled. The referee said I didn't see one. 21 points now to RiCardo Ratliffe. And Jordan Clarkson lost the ball and then apologized and then said to the referee, hey, it's a bit slippery, clean it, please. My fault, my turnover, Clarkson said. Standinger out on 3 fouls, 21 points. Points to Ratliffe, Standinger out on 14. Pringle also out on 10 points. Last 2 minutes of an enthralling third. Here's Ratliffe defended by Bo Belger. Finds the cutting player. Great pass. And it's tied at 62. It's a great pass there from RiCardo Ratliffe. And it's Sung Hyun Kim who lays it up. Here's Clarkson. Is he going to pull up for the three? He's using Belger as a screen. Going inside and a nice pass inside. And Ratliffe missed the reverse layup. Lucky pass from Clarkson. Nice pass, Ratliffe for 2. And Korea going from Ratliffe there, who's under 23 points. It's all Korea at the moment. They've come back from trailing by 8. What can Clarkson do to get his team back into it? Dalliston for no points. And there's a foul, little push on the rebound. I think it's a foul against Korea. Gabe Norwood was airborne when he was pushed. There's Ratliffe inside for possibly the easiest 2 he's had all day. 23 points to Ratliffe and 3 fouls. Still, inline ball, Philippines. Norwood into Clarkson. Clarkson just finds Dalliston. Almazan sets a pick for Dalliston. Dalliston for no points. Here go Korea on the break. We have a 3-2. RiCardo Ratliffe, the first time we've seen him sprint down the floor. He's still inside, waiting. Here he is in the low post. Good defense, good hand from Belger. On the turnaround, Ratliffe for no points. The rebound is Clarkson. Well into the last minute of the third. Clarkson looking for the foul, not getting it. Is he going to pull up for a 3? He finds Gabe Nord. He's hit 1-3 from the corner already. Clarkson again for 3. Clarkson for 3. Clarkson makes his 19th point and the lead back of the Philippines. They lead by 1. Such great patience there from the Philippines, and in particular Jordan Clarkson. Last offense of the third. It's the Clarkson. Sorry, it is Korea in possession. Ratliffe sets a pick. It's not used. In the corner, great steal. It is still Korea possession. 3 seconds on the game clock at the end of the third. The Philippines lead Korea by 1. Referee making sure the floor is safe. Korea, they just had a very simple out of bounds previous to this. Are they going to get another one? The eyes of Jordan Clarkson concentrating. Are they looking for a 3? It's Ratliffe. They are looking for a 3. They're not going to get it. Great hand there from Bo Belger. It is the Philippines who lead Korea by 1 after 3 absolutely enthralling 3 periods. Clarkson strolls off on 19 points. Leading scorer for the Philippines. The leading scorer for Korea is RiCardo Ratliffe on 23 points. We're watching highlights of an absolutely fascinating third quarter. There's Clarkson with 2 men all over him. Still nails the 3. Wow, the crowd using every second of the 2-minute break between the quarters to draw breath. What an absolutely amazing game of basketball. 19 points now to Jordan Clarkson, 6 rebounds, RiCardo Ratliffe, 23 points to him and 13 rebounds. An absolutely enormous double-double from RiCardo Ratliffe.
That's going to be Paul Stanley's.
I tell you, whoever loses this game is going to be absolutely distraught. What a great example of Asian basketball this has been so far. Quarterfinal, a last 8. Only one of these can go to the semi-final. Sounds like stating the obvious, but whoever loses this is going to be absolutely distraught. Standinger inside, having a great game. Standinger, 14 points and only 1 foul. There he is again. Chris Standinger, the German Filipino. And what a move that was. Clarkson inside with a lovely finger roll. Ratliffe, a great pass inside. He finds Il Young-hoo. And there he is, Hu again for a three-pointer. We're watching highlights of the third quarter. One of those highlights. On the out of bounds from Clarkson again. And this time with 2 men marking him. Now's a 3 again. How many threes has Clarkson hit? He's hit 3 from 9. Well, 5 of those were in the first half. He couldn't buy a bucket in the first half. Or at least the first quarter. Enthralled fans here. Who is going to come out on top? Is it going to be the Philippines leading by 1? There's Stan Pringle, not making a 3. And the rebound is 33. That's Sung Hin Lee. He's having a good game as well. 11 points for Lee. And we have a defensive foul. It's Almazan. He had his arms around RiCardo Ratliffe. That's the second time. RiCardo Ratliffe, let's call him a foul magnet in live ball career. Ratliffe against Almazan, backing his man in. No foul, Norwood gets the rebound. Good team rebounding from the Philippines, good team defense as well. Pringle, hesitation dribble. Norwood, Standinger inside, gets his shot blocked. Here go Korea on the break. We had a 3-on-2 for Korea. The three-pointer is up and in. That is a magnificent fast break from Korea. Having a quiet game so far. That's his first score, but Korea lead by 2 now. Alliston slows things down. Norwood to Pringle. Almazan for 3. The Philippines back in front. And the Philippines playing without Jordan Clarkson at the moment, getting a bit of a break. Ratliffe inside for no points, the rebound again. Korea get the rebound. 2 for Korea on for the first time is Jung Choi. He makes the 3 and he misses it. And the rebound over the top, the foul. The foul is Jung Hun-Lin. Well and truly over the top. Good boxing out from Stan Pringle. There's that 3. Again from Hiao. And the 3 from Almazan, Ray Almazan. There he is. He's got his hands full on defense, but nailing a monster 3 for the Philippines, who lead by 1 still. And eternity to go. Dalliston hesitates and gives the ball away. 3-on-2 momentarily, and the Philippines, oh my word, Ratliffe inside, the trailing play. That's how to finish off the fast break. 25 points now to Ratliffe, and Korea back in front. The crowd are, well, some of the fans tearing their hair out, going absolutely ballistic. What a great game this is. Pringle inside, finds Standinger, who fades, not off the glass this time, and the rebound is Lee. Choi slowing it down, giving it away. Standinger taking it to the hole, and Standinger misses, gets his own rebound, the one-handed shot. And Standinger is standing out of bounds, but they get the ball. Well, everyone needs to take a long, hard breath here. This is absolutely outstanding as we watch Ratliffe going inside for his 25th point. Well, no wonder 1 or 2 of the players have got their hands on their knees. And Jordan Clarkson is back in for the Philippines. 19 points for Clarkson, but 26 for RiCardo Ratliffe. Make that 25. Standing up, denying the ball to Ratliffe. Here's Ratliffe again. That's unselfish play from Korea. Another 3-point, that's going to miss. Rebound is Ratliffe. The three goes up and misses. And the rebound is Brewer, but he can't hang on to it. As Coach Saul said, we've got to get the rebound because they've given up another three. And that's a 4-point lead for Korea. That is Il-Young Hao. He's just made his 15 points. Clarkson fakes the three, fakes the two, takes his man inside, and he's fouled by Jung Kim Yang. And that is only the second team foul against Korea. Is that three after a massive series of rebounds from Korea? That will really annoy Coach Jose Yao. John Arum back in. Ray Almazan out for the Philippines. Stan Pringle looking for Clarkson. Can't find him, now he does. Clarkson pulls up for the three. Clarkson for no points, but the rebound is John Arum. Here's Pringle again, they've got a new 14. Pringle behind the back dribbling, almost lost it. 5 on the shot clock for Pringle. Pringle inside for two. Stan Pringle reduces the areas for two. And Stan Pringle moves on to 12 points. Ratliffe in the post against John Arum. Backing his man in. And high off the glass for RiCardo Ratliffe. 27 points now, the lead back to 4 for Korea. Here's Jordan Clarkson taken inside. He's fouled by Yao. That's the third foul against Korea. We have a timeout called by Korea, who lead by 4 with 5:48 to go in the fourth. There's that great left-handed shot from a great player, RiCardo Ratliffe. Had to shoot it half the glass to evade any possible shot-blocking attempt by the Philippines. 27 points now to RiCardo Ratliffe. 27 points and 17 rebounds. Here's the Korean coach, Yae Heo.
아리모코 들어가고 어쩌려고 할 수 없잖아. 그리고 너나 스크린을 좀 많이 걸어 돌아다니다고. 너희들이 움직여줘야 내가 포스업을 할 수가 있다고 몇 번을 얘기했어.
Well, the basketball fans here at the magnificent basketball hall in the Gelora Bungcarno Sports Complex are being richly treated. I'm looking around, I can see possibly 12 empty seats. These fans were queuing up so early this morning for what they knew was going to be a classic, and they haven't been disappointed. RiCardo Ratliffe there, number 24, Korea, 27 points, 13 rebounds, a huge double-double. Jordan Clarkson, 19 points for the Philippines. And just one foul compared to the 3 for Ratliffe. And Ratliffe's done wonders to stay on those 3 fouls since, well, halfway through the second quarter. Lee, number 33 for Korea. Great game from him so far as well. 11 points and just 2 fouls. Here's Stan Pringle for the Philippines. Clarkson back to Gabe Norwood. Philippines have switched to, Korea switched to a man-to-man, I think they have. And the rebound is Ratliffe, who kept it alive. A good hustle there from Arum, but he couldn't out-rebound RiCardo Ratliffe. RiCardo Ratliffe taking his time to set up in that low post. Nice pass inside, Lee outside again. A terrific three-pointer from Korea's number 17, that's Jung Kim-yeon. He's come alive recently. 2 3-pointers from him in recent seconds. Here's Clarkson. Clarkson inside, slips. And, oh my goodness me. He said his prayers and they were answered. A flip pass. You have no description of that shot. That was just a miracle. He used the spin and nailed it. But the 3 is instantaneous from Korea. It's number 5 again, that is Hyunbum Kim. And the lead stretches to 8 for Korea. Here's Stan Pringle to John Aaron. Nowhere to go against Ratliffe. And the hustle, great hustle, both players. Standinger inside to Pringle. Pringle the layup, what a wonderful pass there from Standinger into Pringle. It's back to a 6-point game. I've never seen a score like that from Jordan Clarkson. If you get a replay of it, that was just, I can't believe it. 4 minutes remaining in this quarterfinal. Korea taking their time. 3 on the shot clock with a foul. It counts. It's an and 1. 5. And Sun Young Kim takes it into the hole. The lead back to 8. There's only 1 to come. Here's a shot from Jordan Clarkson. Here we go. That is absolutely outrageous. There's the relatively easy 2 from Sun Young Kim. Down 1 to come with Korea leading by 8, 3:56 to go in the 4th. He nails the and 1. That puts him on 17 points. That's 6'2", 30-year-old Sun Young Kim. Here's Stan Pringle. Clarkson, a lot of resting on his shoulders now. Pulls over the 3. And the rebound is none other than RiCardo Ratliffe. And now the Koreans can afford to run the clock. They're leading by 9 with 3.5 to go. And that's what they're doing, running the clock. Saying, come and get us. Neither team in the penalty. Now, who touched that last? Great hustle from Jordan Clarkson. Here's Stan Pringle. It's a must-score situation, I suspect. Oh, Bob Elgin didn't see the defense coming. And now Korea will run the clock again. Time is the friend of Korea now. They're running it probably to about 3 seconds. Here's Ratliffe inside, shot clock on 4. Ratliffe inside! Well, ran it till there was 1 second left on the shot clock and Ratliffe was fouled. He'll go to the foul line. And Korea lead by 9. Desperation times for the Filipinos. Ratliffe wants to, Dalliston wants to get back in. He's replacing Gabe Norwood. But RiCardo Ratliffe is on the foul line. He's got 27 points, 15 rebounds, and he's 3 from 3 from the foul line. A man from Missouri University. The naturalized American. Well, he makes the first. I thought it was a bonus, but the score was cancelled. So RiCardo Ratliffe moves on to 28 points. The Philippines need a miracle now. 1 from 2. And that is Korea possession. Chris Standinger can't believe it. He's saying number 33, Lee, he's hanging on the ball last. Are we going to get a replay? Whose hand was it last? Well, the force was there from Seung-Yoon Lee. I think Chris Standinger has a point there. Possession, Korea and line ball leading by 10. They had a 10-point lead in the first quarter. They've got a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. And RiCardo Ratliffe wants some attention here. If he's got blood, he's got to go out. Yeah, he's got to go out with blood. That's the rule. That's the rule. Remember way back in 1992 in the Olympic final, a certain Magic Johnson, the rule came in because of him. So RiCardo Ratliffe is out. Not for long though, one suspects. 28 points, 15 rebounds. 4 from 5 for the line, and it is career possession, 2:51 to go. Ratliffe is walking straight back to the subs bench chair. He wants to get back in there. And Korea will run the clock. They know that with a 10-point lead, all they have to do is run the clock, and the reverse layup misses, but not the putback. It's a 12-point game now. Korea lead by 12. Great rebound there from Il Sung Hao. He's on 15 points. Clarkson inside for the finger roll, he misses, but Standinger is there for the putback. It's back to a 10-point game, 2:20 to go. Standinger moves on to 14 points. Korea will run the clock again. It doesn't matter whether Ratliffe is sitting out now. He knows his team are going to run the clock. Philippines just has to hope now the Korea miss and they get the rebound. Going nowhere there. The three-pointer. That's the killer. 13 points to lead now. They know. The fans know. The Korean bench knows. Clarkson for 3 points. Perhaps it's not over yet. Clarkson moves on to 24 points. It's a 10-point game. Wow, breathless game. And Korea hold all the cards. Clarkson, leading scorer for the Philippines, but at the moment his team is 10 points behind. 7 on the shot clock. If they score this time, that is probably game over. Sure is a foul. The three-pointer is out. There's a foul on the play. It's against the Philippines. That should be it. 80 seconds to go. And the Republic of Korea lead by 10. Ratliffe coming back in. There's that putback from William Yao. Much appreciated by the seated RiCardo Ratliffe and his career possession. Now the Philippines are in the penalty, but perhaps too late. Again, Korea running the clock. Pulls up for the 2, misses. That's Philippine possession. They need a couple of miracles now with 67 seconds remaining. Timeout Korea, or is it timeout Philippines? It's timeout Philippines who trail 79-89 with 67 seconds remaining. Well, the Philippines work so hard to get Jordan Clarkson an NBA clearance. They got it, he turned up. He missed the first game against Kazakhstan. He turned up for the China game. He had a great game there, 28 points. He's got 24 tonight, but almost certainly in a losing effort.
Last 1 minute, just keep fighting, guys, okay?
Unless they can do
rebounds, transition, okay? Quick twos or quick threes, okay? Quick twos or quick threes. Let's see what happens, okay? Then come down on defense and get rebounds. We couldn't get rebounds. That's why this happened, guys, okay? We couldn't get rebounds. Box out, get rebounds, and run. Come on, let's go.
Box out, get rebounds and run, says Coach Yao. One suspects more in hope than expectation, but I do believe that Coach Yao still believes. Do his players, well, the Korean players certainly believe. Chris Standinger there had an outstanding game, 16 points. 16 points to Standinger and 9 rebounds. Jordan Clarkson there looking a little forlorn, I have to say. Do they still believe? They've got the ball in the front court. This will be some escape if they can make it to the semi-finals. The Philippines is Stan Pringle. He's fouled. That's only that now puts Korea in the penalty. So it's end line ball now. They've got to draw so many fouls and keep that clock stopping. Clarkson is waiting in the corner. Here's Dallaston. They need a couple of quick scores. They don't need to run the clock now. Here's Belger. Taken inside. Belger inside. And he can't find Clarkson because Clarkson wasn't there. 89-79. The Republic of Korea on their way to the semi-final. Unless we have, well, a whole spate of miracles, which I can't see coming. Remember, Korea won or led by 10 in the first quarter. Standinger the steal. You never know. Standinger taking it to the hole. Off the glass, no good. Clarkson is the rebounder. He was fouled. He's got 2 shots. 46 seconds. Can they make up the 10-point deficit in 46 seconds? I've seen it done. Passing my mind back many years. Can't remember when, but I know I have seen it done. Jordan Clarkson on the foul line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. To say he needs the first and then possibly a 2-point rebound is pretty obvious, so it's a 9-point game now. Paul Talaba there looking on Very, very disappointed indeed. That's what he was doing, Clarkson. Smart play from Clarkson. Didn't get the three. Korea come up with it. And now they will run the clock, or should they? Well, no, Ratliffe, the two, that's it. RiCardo Ratliffe moves on to 30 points. Smart thinking from Jordan Clarkson to try and get the rebound off the foul shot, but it didn't work out. Here he is again, he's got to look for three. Desperation times for the Philippines. Dalliston is fouled. Fouled with 23.9 seconds, but it's an 11-point lead for Korea. Korea are on their way to the semi-final. The Philippines, they will have to contest positions 5, 6, 7, and 8. Not what Jordan Clarkson came for. It's a long way from Cleveland. Paul Dalliston reduces the arrears to 10, but with the shot clock being turned off, all Korea have to do is not give the ball away. They can afford to give it away and still they will win. 2 from 2 for Dalliston. Some pressure up the floor from the Philippines. They're just going to run the clock now. And that's it, the Korean players say, that's it, game is ours, hold it. That's it, yep. A great performance from Korea. They've beaten the Philippines 91-82 in the quarterfinal of the men's basketball competition in the 2018 Asian Games. Handshakes all around, but a wonderful, wonderful performance in a terrific game. RiCardo Ratliffe there, what stats he produced today. 30 points, 15 rebounds. A huge double-double. Jordan Clarkson there. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists in a losing effort. So it is the Republic of Korea who go through to the semi-final. Jordan Clarkson will reflect. It's a long journey coming from Cleveland to Jakarta. And the Korean-American RiCardo Ratliffe, outstanding performance tonight, and just think he stayed on 3 fouls for 2.5 quarters.
Let's get the big place, guys. Go. Stay together, guys. Leva Filipinas!
Well, Gilas Filipinos, they, I'm sure, I know, will say today they were beaten by the better team. A wonderful performance from the Republic of Korea in an absolutely outstanding, entertaining, enthralling game of basketball here in the quarterfinals as the Filipinos wander off, heads slumped, shoulders slumped, but RiCardo Ratliffe there leading his team to an absolutely magnificent win, 91-82. RiCardo Ratliffe, graduate of the University of Missouri, 29 years of age, plays a lot bigger than he's 6'6". That's what he's reputed to be. There he is, towering above his teammates. And the Korean fans who queued up very, very early here in the basketball hall for tickets in the basketball hall. I had to fight my way into the arena. Crowd outside, and they all got in and they all saw a wonderful game of basketball. 3-point shooting for Korea, 12 from 34, 12 from 29 for the Philippines. Korea just had the edge on rebounds, just had the edge on steals, had the edge on assists, had the edge on turnovers, had the edge on points from turnovers, had the edge on the scoreboard, 91-82. So it is Korea with the help of 30 points from RiCardo Ratliffe and 15 rebounds as well. Lee Young Hyao and Sun Young Kim, 17 points each, and Sung Young Lee, 11. Good performance from Jordan Clarkson in the second half, only 4 points at half-time, but 21 in the second half. Chris Standinger had an excellent game as well, 16 points. And Standinger, I'm looking very close to a double-double, 16 points and 9 rebounds. But RiCardo Ratliffe, a monster double-double. 30 points, 15 rebounds. So it is Korea who go through to the semi-final, and they will meet the winners of Chinese Taipei and Syria. So there, the most assists. Dalliston had a good game, 3 from 3 from three-point range in the first half, but eventually it wasn't good enough because the Republic of Korea have beaten the Philippines by 11 points. My apologies, by 9 points. A 27-17 fourth quarter. That spoke volumes, really. It was 64-65. Filipinos leading by 1 going into the fourth quarter, but a magnificent 10-point lead, 27-17 in the fourth quarter, saw Korea into the semi-finals. We're watching highlights of what has been a wonderful game here in Jakarta, the basketball hall, but it is Korea go to the semi-finals.